Hello everyone, this is Sir Rehman. I have uploaded a series of 6 lessons in which I have explained the method to factorize 3 terms of quadratic or algebraic expression. In this lesson is the continuation of previous 6 lessons. In this lesson, you will learn how to factorize 2 terms when there are 2 terms of a quadratic expression or algebraic expression by using identities. You have to memorize the identity a square minus b square equals to a minus b times a plus b to factorize of these types of expression or algebraic expression. So to factorize these types of expression, there are 2 conditions. The first condition is both the terms have different sign, and it is better the first term must be positive and the second term must be negative. And the second condition is both the terms must have in perfect square form. Like taking example number 1. In this example, the square of 1 is 1 and the square of 2 is 4 and the square of x is x square. So 1 minus 4x square and 1 minus 4x square, 1 and 4x square are perfect square here. So I'm going to factorize one by one these types of example. Move on example number 1. In this example, 1 minus 4x square, you have to factorize 1 minus 4x square here. So before starting factorizing, please check. The first term must be positive and the second term must be negative. This is the first condition. The second condition is both the terms must be a perfect square. So before factorizing this expression, recall the identity a square minus b square equals to a minus b times a plus b. This is in this identity, this is expanded form, and this is factorized form. The first step is to factorize 1 minus 4x square. The first step is you have to write 2 brackets, empty bracket with square, and try to fit first term and second term in this bracket. So the 1 square is 1 here, 1 square is 1, so I'm going to write 1, and the square of 2 is 4 and the square of x is x square. So in the place of 4, you have to write 2, and in the place of x square you have to write x, because 2 square equals to 4. Now this is the expanded form, 1 square minus 2x whole square. So to write down in the factorized form, recall the formula a square minus b square equals to a minus b times a plus b. The a is 1 here and the b is 2x here. So we can say 1 minus 2x times 1 plus 2x. This is the factorization of 1 minus 4x square. Or we can present as, suppose, the positive bracket first and then 1 minus 2x. This is also be answer. Move on example number 2. This is another quadratic expression with two terms, and we have to factorize this quadratic expression, but check check some conditions. You have to remember three conditions. The first term must have positive sign, second term must have negative sign, and both the terms must be a perfect square. So 1 over 16y square is a positive, has a positive sign. The first term must be a positive sign. Second term must be a negative sign. 36z square has negative sign here. And the third condition is these two terms must be a perfect square. So let's check. For term number one, 1 square is 1 and the 4 square is 16. So 1 over 16 is a perfect square, and the square of y is y square. Y square is also a perfect square. Now check the second condition. The 6 square is 36. So 36 is a perfect square, and square of z is z square. So three conditions are applicable for to factorize this. But before starting, recall identity a square minus b square. The a square minus b square identity, write down the identity. A square minus b square is equal to a minus b times a plus b. In this example number 2, suppose the a is 1 over 16y square and the b is 36z square. The first step is you have to write down empty bracket with the square and second empty bracket with the square. The question is, what is the sign in between this? So must copy the sign here, minus the one square is 1 square is 1 and 4 square is 16. So it is 1 over 4 y, and 6 square is 36. So I'm going to write 6 in the place of 36, 6z whole square. This is the expanded form of, and I'm going to write as in a factorized form. So a square minus b square is an expanded form, and a minus b times a plus b is a factorized form. So the a is 1 over 4y and the b is 6z. So write down the in factorized form 1 over 4y minus 6z times 1 over 4y plus 6z. This is the answer. This is the factors of 1 over 16y square minus 36z square. Or you can present the answer 1 over 4y plus 6z times 1 over 4y minus 6z. Because you can write the identity a square minus b square equal to a minus b times a plus b, or you can write a plus b times a minus b. So these are answers. Move on, example number 3. Factorize in example number 3, the command is factorize the following: minus 4x square plus 81. Okay. So the first term is negative and the second term is positive. We have to remember three conditions. First term must have positive sign. In this question, first term has negative sign and the second term has positive sign. So what will you do? I'm going to arrange. After arranging this quadratic expression, plus 81 minus 4x square. So the condition is fulfilled. The first term must be positive and the second term must be negative. and check is 81 a perfect square or not. So 81, find out the prime factor. 327s are, 39s are, 3 3s are 9, and 3 1s are 3. So we can say 81 equals to 3 times 3 times 3 times and 3. 3 3s are 9. 9 times 9, 9 is square. 81 is a perfect square. So, and 4 is also a perfect square. You can say 4. 4 is, oh, sorry, 2 square is 4. Both the first term and the second term are perfect square. So, this quadratic expressions can be factorized. The first step is write down empty bracket with the square and the copy this negative sign. Must be negative. 81 is a perfect square. 9 square is 81. So I'm going to write 9 here. 4 is a perfect square. So 2 square is 4. 2 square is 4 and the square of x is x square. 9 square minus 2x square. Recall the identity with two terms. For quadratic expression, a square minus b square must be equal to a minus b, a plus b, or you can say a plus b times a minus b. So the a is 9 and the b is 2x here. So I'm going to factorize a minus b. So 9 minus 2x whole is, sorry, not whole square. 9 minus 2 times 9 minus 2x times 9 plus 2x is the factorization of minus 4x square plus 81. Or we can say, if you arrange the bracket, answer maybe 9 plus 2x times 9 minus 2x. Move on, example number 4. In example number 4, factorize the following: 32a square minus 98b square. First condition is that the first term must be a positive sign and the second term must be a negative sign. Okay, first condition is fulfilled here. The second condition is that first term must be a perfect square and both the terms must be a perfect square. But 32 is not a perfect square, 98 is not the perfect square. So the question was factorize the following. The first rule of the factorization is to take common. First, I'm going to take common from 32a square and minus 98b square. So the 32 and 98 is divisible by 2. So the common is 2 here. And for this bracket, what will you do? 32a square, divide 32a square by 2 by common. 32a square by common. 2 on the 2, 16s are 16a square. Write down 16a square here. And for minus 98b square, minus 98b square, we have to divide by 2 by common. So 2 on the 2, 4s are 8, 2 9s are 18. Minus 49b square. It is not a complete factorized form because 16a square minus 49b square you can factorize further. For 16a square minus 49b square, first term is positive here and the second term is negative, and both the terms are perfect square. because if 16 is a perfect square because it is equal to 4 square. 16 is equal to 4 square, and 49 is also a perfect square. It is a perfect square number. 7 square is equal to 49. To factorize 16a square minus 49b square, write down two empty bracket with a square and copy the sign, which is negative. Now, for 14, I'm going to write 4 and 4a square, that is a square for a square. 4a square is equal to 16a square. Now 49, for 49, 49 is a perfect square, and we know 7 square is equal to 49, and write down b to copy. Now for 4a square minus 7b whole square, the factorized form is 4a minus 7b times 4a plus 7b. This is the factorized form of 32a square minus 98b square, or we can say twice of 4a plus 7b after arranging bracket 4a minus 7b. This is also the factorized form of 32a square minus 98b square. This was the concept of quadratic expression of two terms when you are going to factorize this. Now, which method of breaking the middle term is correct? The method number 1 or the method number 2? In this method number 1, x square minus 5x minus 6 is the quadratic expression of, or algebraic expression of, three terms, and I'm going to take same question here, but there are different methods. One is correct and one is incorrect. So I have broken the middle term as minus 3x minus 2x, and in this method number 2, I have broken the middle term as minus 6x plus 6 plus x. Which method is correct and which one is incorrect? So for this, you watch lesson number 8 for complete explanation. So I hope you have learned the factorization of two terms of quadratic expression or algebraic expression by using identity. If you still have any confusion in this topic, watch this lesson again, 7 again and again. So stay connected, share with your friends, like, and don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Thank you very much.